Hey there, Undertoads! Now we know that I've played the majority of the Pokemons for my past reviews, but my favorites in the whole series were the Gold and Silver generation Pokemon games, as far as mechanics and whatnot. Well, this year for the Nintendo DS, developers decided to get together and revamp the two classics from the year 2000 and give them more dimension. Literally. And you're also given a fancy new feature called a Pokewalker. Pokemon HeartGold for the DS is spectacular, and it's exciting to me to get to play this game again in a non-flat world. The graphics that had once been still reflect in the user interface, but now everything pops out at you. Again, you start this game out just like any other Pokemon game. You get 3 Pokemon to choose from in this game, and you're asked to take either Cyndaquil, Chikorita, or Totodile. I always go with Cyndaquil. In these games, I would not have it any other way. I love watching it evolve later into Typhlosion. Now you're in contact with Professor Elm, and after choosing your Pokemon, you're off to your adventure to be a Pokemon Master yet again. The formula for these games is the only downside and upside. Downside because it's something where playing one Pokemon game lets you know exactly how the others are going to start and flow. But the upside is that the game is extremely addicting still to this day. Now the world of Johto is beautiful to explore once again, and this time because you can actually take some time out to appreciate the graphics of this remake. Combat in this game is the same as any other Pokemon game as far as battles, but now you're using your stylus a lot more if you choose to, instead of your buttons on the right side of your handheld. The organization of your packs also seems to be more simplified than the original Gold and Silver already made it from the previous versions, like Red and Blue. Icons representing the different pouches in your bag are easy to depict, so that you can quickly choose your Super Potions to your TMs and HMs. Now the Pokewalker you're given you can't see in game because it's actually a physical piece of property with the game, and it's shaped just like a Pokeball with a little screen in the middle. This little genius piece of technology allows one to carry a Pokemon they'd like to level up at their side with the steps that they take to help that Pokemon grow. You can connect with the Pokewalker back to your DS after using it or before, and it allows you to take or give back that Pokemon to your game for use. I think this was one of the most helpful steps they took in any of the Pokemon games. Does anyone remember how Pikachu would always follow you around in yellow because he doesn't like being in a Pokeball? Well, I sure do, and in HeartGold, your Pokemon doesn't necessarily hate being in a Pokeball, but it will be alongside you as long as you walk to whatever road you take in Johto. Again, the formula for Pokemons are all pretty repetitive, and there's always vanity Pokemon to get throughout the game on top of the ones you're already collecting. In Gold and Silver, they always had Ho-Oh and Lugia, as well as the lovely legendary dogs. And Pokemon HeartGold makes it a lot easier to track these dogs than it was in regular Gold for the Game Boy Color, because you can now see little icons of the dogs where they're currently running after seeing them, so you have a better chance of catching these beautiful beasts. Furthermore, Pokemon hasn't really changed much over the years except for the additions and numbers. I'm glad they remade this game because I still have yet to play Pokemon Black or White, and I'm actually a little intimidated because I feel old because Pokemon in Gold and Silver were the last ones to come out during my age of Pokemon. But I know now I will eventually conquer that fear because, let's face it, you gotta catch 'em all.